Every way your body can eat itself explained. At first, your body eating itself doesn't sound dangerous. In fact, it's happening inside you right now, and it's one of the reasons you're still alive. But under the wrong conditions, the same process that protects you can turn on you. Cells collapse, muscles vanish, organs rot, and in the most extreme cases, your body consumes itself past the point of no return. Let's walk through every way your body can eat itself, from the harmless to the horrifying. Level 0. Autophagy. This is the safe beginning. Autophagy is your body's built-in recycling program. Old proteins and damaged cell parts are broken down, digested, and rebuilt into fresh material. It isn't harmful, it's essential. Autophagy is what kicks in when you fast. If you go without food, your body fuels itself by cleaning house at the cellular level. You might skip meals now and then and never notice it, but even then, your body is quietly consuming its own waste. At this stage, eating yourself isn't damage, it's maintenance. Level 1. Starvation. When food stays scarce, your body has no choice but to dig deeper. Fat reserves are burned first, then your body begins breaking down muscle protein to keep your brain and blood sugar stable. At first, it feels subtle. You get irritable. You feel weak. Your energy disappears faster than it used to. Over time, your muscles shrink, your strength fades, and your organs start to thin out. History has shown this brutally. Survivors of the Holodomor famine, the siege of Leningrad, or Nazi concentration camps described the same progression. First hunger, then weakness, then their own bodies consuming themselves in a desperate attempt to stay alive. Starvation is the most familiar way your body eats itself, but it's only the beginning. Level 2. Chronic malnutrition. But calories aren't the only thing that matter. Even when you eat enough, missing nutrients force your body to strip itself apart. Without protein, your muscles waste away. Without calcium and vitamin D, your bones weaken and break. Without iron, your blood can't carry oxygen, leaving you weak and pale. Your hair thins, your skin cracks, cuts heal slowly. On the outside, you might still look thin but fine, but inside, every repair system is failing. Infections become dangerous because your immune system no longer has the fuel to defend you. Malnutrition is the slow burn of self-consumption. Level 3. Cachexia. This is wasting driven by disease. Unlike starvation, you can eat plenty of food and still waste away. Cancer, AIDS, tuberculosis, and severe infections hijack your metabolism. Your appetite disappears. Fat and muscle vanish no matter how much you try to eat. Your body's chemistry is rewired to burn itself uncontrollably. If you've ever seen someone with advanced cancer, you know this reality. Patients can lose half their body weight in months. Doctors sometimes describe it as the body on fire from the inside, consuming fuel at a pace no meal can replace. Cachexia is one of the cruelest ways your body eats itself, a process medicine still struggles to stop. Level 4. Autoimmune attack. Sometimes your body doesn't wait for famine or infection. It simply mistakes itself for the enemy. In rheumatoid arthritis, your immune system eats away at your joints until your hands twist and swell. In lupus, it inflames and damages your organs. In multiple sclerosis, it strips the protective coating off your nerves, leaving your brain's wiring exposed. On the outside, you may feel young and healthy, but inside, your defenses are dismantling the very tissue they were meant to protect. Autoimmunity is your body consuming itself by mistake, a war waged against your own cells. Level 5. Necrosis. Here, your tissue dies outright. Necrosis is when your cells are starved of blood and oxygen until they rot. It can happen after an injury, an infection, or a blocked artery. Your flesh turns black, brittle, and begins to decay. In severe cases, it spreads, leaving entire limbs dead, while the rest of you fights to survive. A common form that you probably know about is gangrene. Poor circulation or severe infection causes parts of your body, often toes, feet, or fingers, to literally rot away. If it isn't removed in time, the decay spreads, and amputation becomes the only way to stop it. Necrosis is your body devouring itself through decay, a visible reminder of tissue collapsing from within. Level 6. Autodigestion or pancreatitis. Sometimes your body literally digests itself. In acute pancreatitis, your pancreas leaks powerful digestive enzymes. Instead of breaking down food, those enzymes start breaking down the pancreas itself. The surrounding tissue, fat, blood vessels, even nearby organs, can be eaten alive by the very chemicals designed to process a meal. Patients describe the pain as feeling like being burned from the inside. In severe cases, autodigestion spreads so far that large sections of the abdomen are destroyed. This is one of the most literal ways your body can eat itself, turning digestive power inward. Level 7. Sepsis. If an infection spreads into your blood, your immune system can lose control. This is sepsis, the moment when your defenses spiral into chaos and start destroying you instead of the invader. Your blood vessels leak, your tissues swell, your blood pressure crashes, your organs start shutting down one by one. Even with modern medicine, 1 in 3 people who develop sepsis will die. If you survive, it often comes at a cost. Fingers, toes, or even whole limbs may be amputated because blood flow was cut off in the storm. You might have heard of someone going into the hospital with pneumonia, then leaving with missing limbs. That's sepsis. In the most extreme cases, it moves so fast you can go from a fever in the morning to death by nightfall. At this stage, your body isn't eating itself from hunger. It's your own immune system tearing you apart from the inside. Level 8, acidosis. Sometimes your body consumes itself chemically. If you have uncontrolled diabetes, your blood sugar can rise so high that your body floods your blood with ketones, acidic molecules that replace sugar as fuel. This is called diabetic ketoacidosis. The ketones make your blood acidic. In that environment, your tissues start breaking down rapidly. Muscle, fat, and even organ proteins are consumed. You might notice fruity-smelling breath, extreme thirst, vomiting, or confusion. Left untreated, the acidity damages your brain, puts you in a coma, and eventually kills you. A similar process happens in kidney failure. When your kidneys can't remove acids from the blood, the buildup dissolves your tissues from within. Doctors call this metabolic acidosis. At this level, your body is literally eating itself through chemistry gone wrong. And without fast treatment, it can kill in a matter of hours. Level 9, cannibalizing the brain. Your brain isn't always safe. In extreme starvation, even brain tissue can be broken down for fuel. That's rare, but disease does something even worse. In Alzheimer's disease, proteins misfold inside your brain. They clog pathways, choke off communication, and kill neurons. Over years, entire regions of your brain are consumed. You lose memory, language, personality, not because of aging alone, but because your brain is eating itself cell by cell. In prion diseases like Creutzfeldt-Jakob, the destruction is much faster. Within months, holes open up in your brain tissue until it looks like a sponge. Movement, speech, and memory vanish almost overnight. From the outside, you might only notice confusion or strange behavior, but inside, your neurons are collapsing in waves. Your body may keep breathing, but your mind disappears. Level 10, multiple organ failure. At this stage, self-destruction spreads everywhere at once. Your kidneys stop filtering waste. Your liver stops detoxifying your blood. Your heart weakens until it can barely beat. Each failing organ pushes the others closer to collapse. Doctors can keep you alive with dialysis, feeding tubes, or ventilators. But those machines don't heal the problem, they only replace what your body has already lost. For you, daily life becomes a fight to survive one more day. Walking across a room might leave you gasping for air. Simple infections can kill you because your immune system is exhausted. Multiple organ failure is when self-consumption tips over the edge. Your body isn't maintaining anymore. It's unraveling. At this point, survival is measured in days or weeks, not years. Final stage, collapse. At the very top is total breakdown. Every reserve is gone. Your body can no longer fuel itself, no longer protect itself, no longer repair itself. Death doesn't come from an outside enemy. It comes from the inside, from your body consuming itself past survival. Unlike the quiet recycling of autophagy at level 0, this stage is irreversible. The process that begins as life-sustaining ends as life-ending. Some people slip away unconscious. Others remain aware as their body shuts down around them. Either way, this is the last stop for every path of self-consumption. Your body eating itself isn't rare. In fact, it happens every single day, quietly protecting you. But under the wrong conditions, infection, disease, or immune failure, the very same process becomes the reason you die. From sepsis to acidosis. From brain decay to organ collapse. From the first quiet warning to the final collapse. Your body is always walking a razor's edge between survival and destruction. The same systems that keep you alive can also unravel you. Which way it goes depends not just on fate, but on the choices you make, the treatment you get, and the warnings you don't ignore.